I scared you, didn't I? Don't be scared. I'm just buckethead playing my songs. New year, new pedal board. Let's add some Velcro to this so they don't go flying all over the place. Here's what we have. What we're going to be doing is Velcroing them. I use this industrial strength Velcro. It's a little bit heavier duty than the Velcro that comes with the pedal board. The Pedal Train Metro 18 pedal board. I don't know, I've always used this. So the more coarse Velcro end goes on your pedal, and then the more fuzzy Velcro end goes on the board. This little compressor pedal is going to go on there. It needs some Velcro. This naked, and our ditto friend needs some Velcro as well. Goodbye, goodbye. Okay. Something like that much. There. I use a razor blade. I find that the scissors will like pinch the ends of it, and it's kind of gross. So this goes. Oh, it's got some schmegma on it.
Smegma.
This goes on like so. Ba-boom! Miniature ego goes like up there or something, then I can have this overdrive close to it. Small patch cable between these two guys, like this. Boom, ba boom. All right, more. Let's see what we got. I heard Velcro was developed for the military, like many things in modern life, like the internet or I don't know, microwave dinners. I made that one up. This is stupid dull, this thing. And that's usually when you cut yourself, is when you have some dull blade that you're working with. But we're almost out of the woods. That's kind of gross, but that's okay. This goes like so. And there we have it. We are ready to update. What else do we want here? This can probably go there somewhere. What else are we gonna need? I think this, for the time being, this is a triple delay, which is, you know, too much, honestly. This delay is going to go into our effects loop. So this is going to go into our effects loop as well. So delay into loop into effects loop. And the reason that you would want to play a delay through an effects loop rather than in your chain all going in front of the amp, so to speak, is that you just get a cleaner sound. That's basically it. Just like if you're playing with a lot of delay and distortion, it sounds much better if you use the effects loop than if you put it out front. If you have like a little analog delay just for color, it might not matter that much, but if you're using something really trippy like the Edge or Buckethead, then you probably want to put that in the effects loop. What else should we put in here? I like this pedal. This is not mine either. Neither of these are mine. But you don't really own anything in this life, do you?
Things you own end up owning you.
What else might I want to put there? I think I'll get another tiny guy for a tuner, and then maybe a little one-spot custom-made effects loop just to bring the tuner in and out, as opposed to this kind of thing, which takes up a lot of real estate on your pedal board. Is this gonna fit on here? Ooh, that could be a fun one. It looks heavy. I don't know if that's gonna fit. All right, we're gonna have to check back on this one. The thing to consider when you're putting together a pedal board is what do you really want to carry? It gets heavy. Are you using batteries versus a power supply, and can you use the same power supply? Certain fuzz pedals you can't share a power supply. Other effects like a Digitech whammy is going to use a different power supply, so I might have that off of the pedal board. Batteries, generally if you're playing a lot, you don't want to use batteries. A drained battery in some circumstances will sound better, but some people have like custom made power supplies so that it sounds like a drained battery, which is interesting. It's something I tried years ago, then just stopped giving a shit about. I guess ideally you'd have access to all of your pedals, but you don't want to carry like 3 pedal boards worth of pedals if indeed you have that many. But it's always about that next thing that's just out of reach, isn't it? Human nature being what it is. So I generally use two 2 distortions or overdrives and 2 delays, and I'm trying to find the ideal setup there. This is not that, but I think it's going to do what I need it to do. A separate loop as opposed to the giga delay, and yes, will come into focus for us this year. Some things are going to come off, but the loop and the compressor will stay. I have to find exactly what combination of overdrives I want for what amp, and then I'm probably going to end up getting an additional delay. And instead of using either the Giga delay or the TC Electronics triple delay and the delay llama, I'm probably going to have Jam Pedals make me a dedicated dual analog delay with a tap tempo. You can get almost anything you want if you can pay for it, you know what I mean? I used to think some guitarists I looked up to had like custom pedals and gear, and I just thought that was like the coolest thing, to have a custom pedal. Someone would just make it for you, but it's really not. A loop, for instance, a custom loop pedal, like effects loop pedal, is just not that big a deal. There's nothing to it in terms of circuitry, and a pedal maker will usually gladly make you one of those. And it's not crazy expensive either. What sounds are you going to use? Enough to justify carrying them. And then what is the order of the pedals? Are you going to use an effects loop, and you have to carry two 25-foot cables, which is kind of a lot to carry? Or do you do them all in a line? It kind of depends on what sound you want and what you're willing to put up with. Next stop, patching these all together. It's alive! It's alive! I always thought they should make a pedal board where you could have this giant pedal board with whatever you want on it, and then a smaller pedal board that detaches and comes off, kind of like a Transformer toy or something. Then you could have your portable one that you take to like rehearsals and you sit in with people with that kind of thing, or you might just have it in your car all the time. And then you could, when you have a gig or something, you could bring the other piece of the pedal board with all your other pedals in it and have the motherboard. I think I tweeted that at someone. I guess it was this pedal train company, right? Kind of ubiquitous pedal board. They make a good product. It does the trick, you know, a bag compared to, where is it? A case. So that's like a pedal board case, a flight case kind of thing. That's a bit overkill. And I mean, yeah, it's totally overkill. That kind of stuff, anvil cases, overkill. Compared to this light thing, I took off their branding because, you know, them. It does the trick. I mean, for what it is, it's overpriced. You know, this is like $80 for this thing that probably cost like $3 to make, but it beats having all your pedals in a bag like that. Also, you may want to put the cables underneath your pedal board so they don't look all like poking out the top like this. All janky like. Hide them away. Whoa, do you hear that? All that electromagnetic radiation that's going into your brain when you use your cell phone. But maybe silent weapons for quiet wars, but at least my pedal board looks sweet.